Blessing you. Awakening People message for today is marvelous joy awaits you awakening. So open your soul, take a deep breath, close your eyes and believe in yourself. Humanity is out surfing and big wave is approaching. Consequently, loosen up, but be equipped and allow this stunning wave to carry you along for an exciting ride into the new generation, which you have all been running so assiduously to convey into being for a very long time. You will not fail to rise up on it, because you have awesome expertise and you've got been working towards with powerfully focused reason to be equipped for this particular moment, and you are prepared and you may rise to the event. You will be stuffed you with joy and wonder as you ultimately come to understand yourselves, the true you, at one with all of God's divine advent. Your awakening is to be spectacular, way past something you can probably consider. In fact, manner past whatever that even a person who has had the most uplifting and inspiring near-death experience may want to probably believe. Your divine inheritance, infinite pleasure, awaits you awakening. To awaken is your best motive. However, inside the game, in the illusion, myriad distractions are continuously dragging you interest away. As in moments of lucidity, you try and remember that purpose. You recognize that there may be a miles more meaning to existence than the materialistic and aggressive cultures in which you discover yourselves experiencing life. As a human mind, have you believe? At some stage in their human lives, truly, anyone wonders if life size have a higher cause. But the significant majority trust that they cannot afford to waste time considering it because they have paintings to do, bills to pay, and families to take care of. They'll be contributors of spiritual or spiritual organizations. And they will spend some moments each week or even daily pronouncing a quick prayer in order now not to offend the divine being that the agency tells them they ought to honor. They may even pray strenuously and desperately for help if a few catastrophe befalls them. However, typically, they simply cognizance on daily living, while looking for moments of pride by way of attractive with a number of distractions to be had totally for that purpose. Dwelling like that does not offer satisfaction, even for folks who are without any financial burdens, because you every have a deeply born understanding, which you do have a reason, and that knowing will hold to nudge you toward wakefulness during your lives, unless you absolutely refuse to pay it any attention by way of choosing to block it from your conscious focus. Whatever you do, you cannot completely dispose of it or separate yourselves from it, because it is a crucial component of you. You are a divine being having a brief revel in form. Now, the nudges that everyone are continuously receiving are intensifying and can no longer be ignored or denied, because it is obvious to all that something untoward is going on, is taking place right now that demands your pressing attention, and it is of direction, humanity's collective awakening system. This method has been ongoing for eons, and it's been and is leading to a unique second in time while your awakening will occur, whether or not you are ready for it. Humanity's collective awakening is inevitable. It can be delayed, and it will no longer be delayed. And so, the nudges to your attention are becoming ever extra insistent in their needs to your attention, for your undivided attention. The essential nudges that all receiving and experiencing are the realization, the developing consciousness of the want for principal adjustments within the way that people engage with each different and with the earth. Gaia, whose ongoing support is really vital to your survival in human form, and is the growing awareness that attitudes and behaviors that are not in alignment with love are, in reality and surely, completely insane. To awaken is to come back to complete attention that there is simplest the One, Mother, Father God, supply from which there is no separation. All sentient beings are, through their nature, divine and one with supply. And even in their experience of individuality, there is still no separation. What one character thinks, says, or does impacts all the countless others right away. To recognize this divine reality and to realize it is to awaken. Many millions are aware of this truth intellectually, and this is a major step forward on the road to awakening. Understanding it so, and feeling the fact of it in one's heart without any doubt whatsoever it to be awakened. If you have arrived at this nation, and in so doing they are powerfully even though they are now not consciously aware about the supporting others to join them in the incredible country, a state of grace, leaving conflict and disagreement at the back of inside the illusion, the substitute environment that seems so real to those who've not yet awoken. To suppose with the mind of God and have individual thoughts and ideas that are never in disagreement with the thoughts and ideas of others, however that best apply to them, making them extra and the greater beautiful, is a wondrous state to enjoy. It's far to be absolutely awake, fully conscious, completely aware, and absolutely alive. That is love. It encompasses all, because it is all. There is nothing else. In fact, there is nothing. If you are having difficulty believing inside the fact of this, in believing that fact is a state of being wherein there are no wishes, no disappointments, no struggling, and no catastrophes. In a way that you are listening to all believing inside the unreal however very stuffed ideas that your egos offer to you as you take note of the intense ache and suffering that many are experiencing because they agree with the illusion is actual. But ache and struggling, although it often seems interminable, even as it being experiencing, is brief and does pass. Reality, on the other hand, is everlasting, to relieve and dissolve your doubts, anxieties, and fears. Cross within at least once daily and give up to love by commencing your hearts. Sure, the ache and struggling will still be there because you are nevertheless choosing to revel in the illusory nation of separation from supply. But the love within you may comfort and reassure you, reminding you that you are divine beings who are awakening into the elegance of truth, into recognizing of your eternal state at one with Source. Eternal joy awaits your awakening, and the wonder of it fills you with satisfaction.